Hello, my dear friends. So a long time ago, I wanted to make a video in English about my channel. Many of my friends asked me, "What's the name? What does it mean, Pasha or Pasha, whatever?" I made already in Ukrainian, and now it's time to make it in English. So thank you very much for subscribing my channel. Yeah, we are almost 300. For somebody, it's not too much. For me, every subscriber is important. So, what does it mean, Carpathian Pasha? So, Carpathian Mountains, which are situated in the western part of Ukraine and also in Slovakia, Czech Republic, and Austria, and Hungary, and so on. You may check in Google. So, I'm from that region. That's why the first word in the name of this channel. And Pasha, Pasha actually is a title of in Ottoman Empire, the highest rank of Ottoman dignitaries, title for governors and military guys. And so on. So, as I was doing my PhD about Ottoman Empire, especially about Ottoman Crimea, still I didn't finish. I decided to make a name of the channel like Carpathian Pasha, a little bit like, I don't know, romantic name, so nickname, whatever you want to say. Because I'm from Carpathians and Pasha, it's like my dedicated to Ottoman, Turkish, and Crimean Tatars culture. So from the beginning, my plan was to make a channel about history of Crimean Khanate and also about Ottoman possessions in nowadays Ukraine, and especially my beloved Crimea, which was occupied by Russian Federation in 2014. So my dissertation was about Ottoman Crimea, especially about Ottoman province Kefe or Kaffa. So I worked in Moscow archive. I was searching for some documents and I found a few Ottoman documents, even in 2012. And then I spent 1 year in Istanbul in Başbakanlık Osmanlı Arşivi. Actually, now it's the name probably Cumhurbaşkanı Osmanlı Arşivi, wherever. So I found many documents anyway. And during COVID, I finished writing my thesis still. I have to correct as my supervisor had a stroke and then he was in coma for a long time, and for God's sake, he is alive, and I hope once he'll be back to science, but for now it's we need to wait anyway. So somehow I didn't finish. I have to make some corrections, but actually, so in the end of 2021, I finished writing of my thesis. Then I came to US to visit my sister, and in the beginning of 2022, my supervisor had stroke, and then war aggression by Russia began against my country. And still war is going on. Actually, you have to remember that war began in 2014 when Crimea was occupied and Donetsk and Luhansk regions. And my country, my friends, my citizens are fighting. So somehow I decided to stay in US. I didn't go to Ukraine, and yeah, maybe I will regret all my life. So many of my friends who were teachers of history, who were professors of history in the universities, they are fighting for more than 16 or 17 months. Some of them are already dead. Every month, some news are coming. It's very difficult, and you're never ready for this. Yeah, and so many young people died for our country and became eternal heroes of our land. Anyway, somehow we have every Ukrainian tries to help our soldiers, our friends, and war can be ended not by peacemakers. I mean, some negotiation or losing by Ukrainian territory, but by victory of Ukraine and to taking under Ukrainian control all our territory recognized by international law, with Luhansk, Donetsk, and of course Crimea. So, as I said in the beginning, I planned to make this channel in Ukrainian and English, in Crimean Tatar language, about Crimean Tatars and Crimean Peninsula, Crimean Khanate, also Krimchaks, Karaites, or other word Karaims, but and I will do this, of course, but just because of war. So in English, mostly I try to explain the situation, what is going on, and especially the time in connection with many of my friends from the front lines. So even very often I don't need even some news for Ukrainian or American or wherever news. Just I get very fresh information from the front line, and then I try to help as I can, making some fundraising and also by talking. Yeah, there are many YouTube channels, there are many informative channels, but I try to provide my information as well. So we hope that victory will come. We have many hopes for this summer for counterattack by Ukrainian army, but yeah, we understand that so many Ukrainian soldiers will be killed during attack, and we hope that this number will not be so high. And anyway, that our Ukrainian army will take back our territory. So anyway, slowly, I will try to do more videos about Crimea, about Crimean history, also about our indigenous people, Crimean Tatars, Karaites, and Krimchaks. In the territory of Ukraine, we had through centuries many different Turkic people who lived in different parts of nowadays Ukraine. Karakalpak or Chorny Klubuki in Ukraine, as we say, like black hats, and Torki, and Kumans, and Pecheneks, and Crimean Tatars, and Ottomans, and Karaites, and so on and so on. And still, last maybe 10 years, many articles were written in Ukrainian about this people, about this history, but still, in my opinion, it must be done more, because it's part of our history. And also during the occupation of Crimea, Crimean Tatars showed that they are the most supportive inhabitants of Crimea, the most supportive of Ukrainian integrity, of Ukrainian independency. So please subscribe on my channel, Please write in comments what is interesting for you. I try to do videos also about Ukrainian diaspora in US. So I stay in New Jersey. So very often I go to Ukrainian community in Philadelphia or in New York. I try to visit many Ukrainian cemeteries where many Ukrainians were buried even 100 years ago. There are many famous Ukrainian politicians, soldiers, generals, Ukrainian scientists, artists, writers, poets who were buried in US. And why? Because they were fighting against Russia even 100 years ago. Then they lost their country, so they immigrated into US after Second World War, and also they came into US. So we have big communities of Ukrainians in Philadelphia, New York City, and Chicago, and upstate New York, and Washington D.C., and many other states. So I try to do about this as well, and but wherever you want, let me know what would be interesting for you. So I hope that in very short time, war in Ukraine will be end, and definitely I'll go immediately to Crimea. I'll make many videos in English about Crimea after occupation, about many historical places. Also from the region where I'm from, especially Halych, the capital of Halych, Volhynia, Dukeness, or even Kingdom. We had also Karaids that I mentioned. It's not many people know about them. It's very unique nation with unique religion, and this is also topic which interests me, and definitely I want to make some video and collect more information about them. So thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing on my channel, and let me know what topics are interested for you. What should I change? What is good? What is bad? And yeah, remember, when you comment, when you put like and put your finger, then YouTube share my videos. So take care. Glory for Ukraine. Glory to Ukrainian soldiers, and be brave as Ukraine. Thank you so much.